Hi guys, welcome back to Kaylee's Book Talk. So this is going to be part 2 of doing the 52 Book Club's Reading Journal 2025. So I've already done some of these the day that I made part 1. So I'm going to go ahead and at least finish up from, because I think it was from 25. Yeah. So I'm gonna let you guys know which ones that I got from 25 to where I stopped. From 25, I had gotten the Princess Bride for Breaks the Fourth Wall. 26, More Than a Million Copies Sold. I gotten The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. 27, Features a Magician. I'd gotten The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. 28, A Crossover Set in a Shared Universe. Oh, I haven't gotten that far. Why did I not do that one? I don't know. But I didn't sign off on that one. But I didn't realize which one I had picked. But 29, Shares the Universe with Prompts 28, which I got King of Scars. King of Scars by Lee Bertigue. And then in the public domain, I got Dracula by Bram Stoker. For prompt 31, audiobook that has multiple narrators. The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. Prompt 32 includes a diary entry. I got The Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank. A standalone novel, which I got Heartless by Marissa Meyer. Prompt 34, direction and the title, I got All Fall Down by Allie Carter. 35, written in third person, I'd gotten City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, which in the last video that I just posted, I literally just sat here and said that I wanted to get back into that book series. So luckily, the wheel of names hadn't helped me with that. So let's continue. Sorry, I got my receipt from Barnes & Noble. Prop 36, final sentence is less than 6 words long, which that landed us on The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Dave. 37, Genre Chosen for You by Someone Else, which I had asked one of my co-workers to pick a genre, and she picked thriller. And out of the 3 thriller books that I had gotten since my part 1, the final one was The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. Prompt 38, An Adventure Story, which landed on Insurgent by Veronica Roth. Prompt 39 has an epigraph. Don't know what that means. If somebody can explain that to me in the comments, please. Sorry, I got a notification. That prompt 39, I ended up with Angels of Music. Prompt 40, I got a Stream of Consciousness narrative, which that landed on The Life and Death of Harriet Freyne by May Sinclair. Cover font is in a primary color, which that landed on The Guest List by Lucy Foley. Prompt 42, Non-Human Antagonist, which that landed on The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, which I'm really excited about, which that ended that part where I did all that. So I had stopped on prompt 42. So to continue planning out my 2025 reading challenge, I'm gonna go from 43 to 52, so I have about 9 more that I gotta do. So let's go ahead and get into that. To let the Wheel of Names help me pick out from prompt 43 to 52 will give me. So yeah, hopefully all this will be all good. Let's get into that. Let's switch over to that. Okay, so I had already typed in the next prompt, which is prompt 43, Explorer's Social Class. The 3 that I had gotten was the Help, the God of the Woods, and the Governess. So let's go ahead and see which one that will be landing on. Okay, it looks like it's the God of the Woods. Okay. And then the next prompt is the celebrity on the cover, which the 3 that I have was Anna Karina. I don't even know if I pronounced her name right. Good Omens. Good Omens and the Death. In Life. Of Charlie St. Cloud. Charlie St. Cloud right now. Okay, so which one would that give us? It looks like the Death and Life of Charlie St. Cloud by Ben Sherwood. Okay. The next one would be the prompt 45. Author releases more than 1 book a year, which would be the Housemaid by Frida McFadden. The Awakening by Nora Roberts, and the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Oh, don't fall over. Okay, let's see which one I'll be told to do. And it looks like it would be the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 more on this page. Wait, I'm gonna do till 49 and then I'll switch gears to finish this up. Which I'm kind of surprised that it kind of landed on the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, because I know last year I tried to read it in the, of course, fall time, but I couldn't really get into it because I just sat here and got a bit too busy with that. So let's go to our next prompt. So luckily I had gotten this, so I'll be able to read it. So let's go ahead and go to the next prompt, which is prompt 46. Read in a Burr month. So of course that's September, October, November, so in December. So I have to read whatever book that I land on, one of those books that has been chosen in one of those months. So we got The Iron King by Julie Kagawa. The Iron King, if I can spell right, King. The Maze Runner by James Dasher. The Maze Runner. And the last one is The Summoning by Kelly Armstrong. The Summoning. So let's see which one that will give me. And it looks like it's going to be The Iron King. The Iron King. Okay. So the next book is from decided to take out most of. Let's do that. I don't know what happened there. I bumped it. Okay, so the next prompt is prompt 47. I think it was blue. The ones that I got is Fairy Tale by Stephen King, The Nightingale by Christian Hannah, and Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. Okay, so let's put that in. Tale by Stephen King, The Nightingale. Gale by Christian Hannah, and Things we never got over. Yeah, Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. Let's see what is given. And it looks like it is going to be Fairy Tale. And my next prompt is going to be prompt 48 related to the word puzzle. The three options we got is We Solve Murders by Richard Osman, Angels and Demons by Dan Brown, and The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. I actually seen both of these books in Barnes & Noble, and I was debating on whether or not I should go ahead and get them, but I just thought like I might as well go ahead and wait, because I don't know if I'm gonna have would be getting that book when I put it into Wheel of Names. So let's see which one we get. This would be prompt 48 related to the word puzzles, or puzzle, yeah. The first one is We Solve Murders by Richard Osman, in Angels and Demons by Dan Brown, and Da Vinci Code, also by Dan Brown. I could sit here and get both, so that way I can read the first. I think one of these is the Angels and Demons are in a book series, and I think one of the one of them is the first book of the series, so hopefully I could just sit here and read the first book and then do this one. So it looks like we got We Solve Murders. Even though I'll probably end up reading those two books on my own time on the side of this. So and then last one for right now, before I do this on my own, is 49, prompt 49, set in a country with an active volcano, which we got The Spanish Daughter by Lorena Hunges, Medici Heist by Kathleen Skinner, I can't pronounce her last name, and I Was Anastasia by Ariel Lawhon. So let's put that in Spanish Daughter, by Lorena Hunges. She Heist, and I Was Anastasia. Let's see which one I'll get. Like some of these books that I looked up for this prompt, I would never know what to So the winner chicken dinner for this prompt is Medici Heist by Caitlin. Can't pronounce her last name. But let's go ahead and switch gears so I can go ahead and finish up. I just got these 3 prompts left, and then once I get these 3 prompts done, we'll switch gears from there, and I'll let you know which ones made the cut, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, so I'm back. As you guys can tell, I finished up the last 3 prompts, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what they are if you haven't seen. But prompt 50, 750s, I'd gotten the Alice Network. Sad thing is I never wrote down the author of this, so hopefully I'll be able to luckily find it. Prompt 51 is 300 to 400 pages long, and that one landed on Circe by Madeline Miller. I have seen one of the YouTubers that I watch read it, and from what I remember, she really didn't like it either. Really didn't like it. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll probably like it. I don't know, but the last final prompt of actually finishing planning out my 2025 52 book challenge reading journal is prompt 52, published in 2025. And that one came up on The Crash by Frida McFadden. I actually seen this one at the bookstore, Barnes & Noble, while I was, of course, getting books. And I was sitting here debating on that one too, on whether or not I should go ahead and pick it up. But I'm like, you know what? Let me wait and see what books I get, because I just don't want to get in and not read it. I'll probably read it eventually, like half of my bookshelf. But which my husband will be like, you don't read all the books that you have on your bookshelf. But half of the books on your bookshelf. I only read like a handful of them. I only read probably a handful of them. So hopefully I'll be able to at least get half of that, because half of the books that I put in here are on my bookshelf, and probably some of them will end up on my TBR as well. I know prompt 46, read in a bird month, that one, which is the Iron King, I have to wait until towards the end of the year for that one. End of 2025 to read that one. So I know I'll have 51 of them done. So even if I just sit here and have something to just plug away in with that, and plus I'm already finished 3, I think, for the year, and one of them actually being from one of the planned books that I have in here. Yeah, which would be a character with red hair, which I had my husband helping me with that one, and he said Daughter of the Pirate King, which I'd finished that one, and I am yet to review it yet. As you can tell, I already written some of these prompts into where they go, so that way I can see here, rate it, the start and finish, if I owed, borrowed, hard book, auto book, ebook, series, whatever, which the Daughter of the Pirate King is, I have a hardback, as well as it being part of a series. I own it, it's part of a series, and it is a hardback. So I'll go ahead and mark that off. But that will be another video on, of course, getting all of those written into their proper all these prompts that we have chosen with part 1 and this part. That will be a third part in itself. So I'll probably end up making that one again sometime within the next day or 2, because of course I would like to chill out, enjoy the quiet, because my daughter's currently sleeping. It's just a precious little child. I love her. But and of course get some reading done. Probably also start another video for that, for a little thing. Probably I can't get into my library, because of my middle closet, because that's where my books are, my library, and I can't get to, I think, Hold on, my brain is City of Bones. I know I have City of Bones in there. And I think I have a few others that are in there as well that was chosen. So yeah, I got marked, which that one's in there, as well as City of Bones and I think a few others. I can't remember off the top of my head. I just managed to look down at my book and that third prompt is marked. So we'll be having somebody coming out sometime early this week, either Monday or Tuesday, because our apartment's weird. Our apartment complex is weird, like that. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna get to you this. So it's just kind of like, my guy, like, can you just do it Monday? Like, what else do you guys gotta do? But yeah, it's not being involved sometimes, but well, we're having it fixed, and with a few others, as you can tell, there's a couple of the blinds missing from our window above the sink. So yeah, so that is the end of that video. I'm gonna go ahead and start looking for some of these books through Libby as well as on Kindle Unlimited to see if both those places right now has those books. If not, I'll probably go to my local library as well as my military library that, well, of course, with me being military spouse, I am able to go onto Fort Eustis. Obviously, I'm allowed to, but I live far from Fort Eustis, Virginia. They have a librarian there that I've been going to for a bit, which I got 2 books from them right now. But I'll go up there, see what they have, and as well as York County's library as well to see if they have those books. If not, then of course I'll probably have to go buy them. I'd rather not, but of course it's broadening my bookshelf. So I will get back to you guys on that in part 3. I just don't want these videos going on too long, but so I will see you guys in the next video. I'll give you guys an update in part 3 on what books I found and not found, and then of course getting the books that we found plugged into their specific area as well. So and then I'll probably do a separate video for this prompt, but prompt 2, the character with red hair. Since I already finished that one, I'll probably do a separate video for that one. So that one is my first one technically my first one out of this book to start and finish. So hopefully I'll be able to start and finish the other ones. Hopefully I don't have to DNF that book, none of these books. So, because yeah, I'll see you guys later. Like I keep on saying, and yet I continue talking. I'll see you guys in the next video with some updates and everything on what is going on, and we will work together on getting 25 to 52 at least into their designated prompt spot, and hopefully start on our next prompt. So I will see you guys later. Bye.